We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for Twin Flames, for the Twin Flame Collective, to see what is going on. So we are integrating the energies of the 2-2 portal, but today kicks off an interesting gateway. We have kicked off 10 days in a row of galactic activation portal days. On these days, the veil is thin. It's great for doing spiritual work, great for tapping into more clarity and even accessing your Akashic records. Expect to have heightened intuition and heightened dreams right now. We also still have a lot of other astrological alignments that are happening, and we have old wounds coming to the surface specifically. We'll see over the next couple of weeks through February as we have a lot of Chiron energy hitting us. You're being reminded that you're meant to heal your deeper wounds, and these are wounds that have been caused through relationships, so they may be coming up a little bit extra right now. You may be made aware of them. Sometimes these can come up as sabotaging behaviors, patterns, and things like that. Being guided to clear things like that within these energies. So what happens during these high galactic days is it pushes karma to the surface. Now, a lot of people stay stuck in their situation, but you're being reminded that you don't have to be. That's victim mentality of I have to stay in this karmic situation with either people not serving me or situations not serving me. Your soul knows that you can just clear or walk away from any person or situation anytime. So we have a lot of people that are choosing to stay stuck in karmic situations right now, and these things are being pushed to the surface right now, especially because this is a relationship or a twin flame reading, and karmic baggage is the #1 block for twin flame union. It's unresolved issues. A lot of times twin flames merge together on the spiritual and even the energetic level first before physically coming into union because there's more work to be done. This could be old wounds, hurts, insecurities, or even karmic energies that need to be cleansed and dealt with. These things are being pushed to the surface, so it's an amazing time to be clearing your energy and purifying. I'm doing a nice rainy day vibe, I noticed, right? That's the earth cleansing itself as it's moving through these galactic energies as well, too. So these energies are all about clearing energy, purifying, and of course the upgrades that we receive. You're going to go through some major ascension upgrades over the next 10 days. In fact, where you're starting out today, you're going to be a completely different person as you emerge from this gateway within the next 10 days, we'll say, too. You're going to feel some serious changes that are happening over the course of your life. We also have a lot of energy that we can be tapping into too, that you can be channeling into your everyday life. So a lot of these gateways are bringing a lot of very powerful spiritual energy. You for sure want to be using them and tapping into them. They're amazing for doing healing work and even manifestation, being reminded that you're instant manifesting. In order to reach outer union, you have to reach inner union and heal yourself from within. And this is important too. So if you still have narratives that are playing out that are negative about you, your twin flame, your situation, this is why union may not have happened for those in separation, really having to heal things from within. And I always say you can't skip the process. A lot of people try to, right? Really needing to double down on your healing no matter where you're at. Your twin flame is just to motivate you. The whole planet's doing ascension work anyway and healing. So let's go ahead and start out with a read for the Divine Feminine to see what is going on. These energies are all about twin flames. Whether you're with this person, not with them, in separation, you're going to be thinking about them a little bit extra. You're going to be having dreams about them. Sometimes in the separation, you're having more communication in the higher. This is trying to help you both on some level. But let's start with a nice reading for the Divine Feminine. I'm going to be doing tons of healings and activations over the next few days. I just put some new stuff on my shop too, so make sure you guys are checking out my website. I always say make sure you're doing lots of readings with me. I will help you a ton with your shifting your situation and healing your situation. I always say do the twin flame reading if you're wanting more clarity, feel stuck in your situation. A lot of people stay stuck. Don't stay stuck in this situation. It's going to bring a lot of healing to the surface. So make sure you guys are booking me on my website if you need me. I always say do the healings, do the clearings. They're going to help you a ton. Doesn't matter your situation. It's important that you are healing your love life right now. We have that kind of astrology coming at us the next couple of days because we also have a lot of Venus energy. It's bringing a lot of issues around relationships to the surface and even healing relationships. I also do twin flame coaching, which is going to help you a ton with your healing process no matter where you're at. It's going to help to change your frequency, change your energy, and to get you the results that you want as well too. Great for people that are in separation trying to work into union. So make sure you're checking out my website. You just book me on there. All right, we have a lot coming up in this reading with, and this is a general read too, so just take what resonates for you. Okay, so we have new love. Now this is a twin flame reading, so it's meant to be about your twin flame, but for some, I say twin flames can be star-crossed. Most are not meant to. You're meant to shift into union, but in some situations, this could be like the person that you haven't quite come together yet. You know you're destined for them, but maybe you haven't actually come together into union with them, or you want them a lot, but it didn't work out in some type of way. And that's the title of my next book, Star-Crossed, because it's a lot of what can happen, not to everyone, but to some people. Most people do end up with their twin flame. I would say 98%, right? You're meant to come into union, but there can be special circumstances because this is Earth and a lot of things can play out. So for some, your twin flame may actually help you to heal. And oftentimes it's by the scenarios that play out and the stories that play out, and you might attract a soulmate connection or a different partner. And this is important too. And so oftentimes your twin flame, they show you the areas that you need to heal, love yourself, and take better care of yourself. A lot of times your twin flame might blow you off, not answering your calls, blocking people, right? All the scenarios that may play out. It could even get more dramatic. There was someone else and stuff like that. And this is to help you with your healing. It's to show you the wounds and the triggers that you're carrying around, because they can trigger you like no one else. Triggers are old emotional baggage that you need to heal as well too, so they can bring a lot to the surface. And then we have this all kind of happening around the twin flame situation. So we all know, looking at the past, that you guys have all been with other karmic partners and even soulmate partners. So it isn't like the only connection is twin flame, although this is the person that you're meant to be together with. And this is important as well too, but we have free will. And if your twin flame isn't showing interest, acts like they don't want to be with you, has gone avoidant, it is perfectly okay for you to move on your journey and to even be with other people. You have a lot of beautiful soulmates and a whole soul group that came to Earth specifically with you, especially if you're a starseed. So we do have new love. This could be a new person coming in for some, and this may help you also on your journey, or it could be your twin flame coming back for some type of fresh start or new beginning vibes as well too. But it just kind of depends. If you feel like you're not getting anywhere and you're going around in certain circles with people, especially your twin flame, or if your twin flame connection seems to be not going anywhere or has been toxic or unhealthy for you in some type of way, yes, you might be guided to really work on yourself and your own healing on your journey. Or most certainly you may want to move on if you've been spending a lot of time, energy, and effort with this person and it's not being reciprocated. Now, this is also a reading for the divine feminine. Oftentimes you guys are wired differently than the masculine, and you've been putting a lot of energy and love into your connections, and sometimes you've been getting very little back. And when you meet your twin flame, it's like, oh my God, I'm getting all of this love back and it feels so good. We talk about the love bubble. But what is actually happening is that is you pouring your energy once again into this person. But there's such a reflective quality with twin flame. That's your own energy you've been feeling mirrored back. So if you later on run down, feel low, feel depleted, you'll notice that you're not getting that energy back, because it's always been your energy being returned anyways. And this is why it's so important that you're staying in a high frequency energy state, because twin flames align with your frequency. So if you hit a low frequency point, they're there with you. If you're feeling real charged up and real high vibe, they're there with you as well too. And we know that twin flame union has to happen in these fifth dimensional frequencies. Now, this is an ascension process. That's why we call it a process, where you're being guided to ascend into the next level of your life right now. It's gradual work. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'm living in the 5D, but when you look at your life individually, you might still have a lot of challenges and problems coming up. So these things can weigh down your frequency, and it's a gradual process that you need to continue to work on yourself and your life and your situation. But there's such a strong pull and chemistry with this person as well too. No matter what is happening in the 3D, you're always connected. In fact, you share a soul with this person, is why you can also feel them so strongly through your chakras. If you actually merge together with this person, or you spent a lot of time with this person and were around them a lot, you'll feel that your chakras actually merge together through this certain kind of process, because twin flames merge on different levels. So you have a strong magnetic pull to this person, generally through the heart chakra as well too. The more that you're opening up your heart chakra and activating it, the more you can kind of tap into this unique connection as well too. And this is important. So you're probably feeling a very strong pull to this person. Like, even if you're in a separation, you're thinking of them all the time, you're trying not to, you're probably still sending a lot of energy to them, because if you're focused on them, that's where your attention is going, and you're sending a good amount of energy to this person as well too. If they're on your mind a lot, they're probably thinking of you a ton too. You might be having dreams of this person a little bit more as you're moving into this 10-day space too, because it's opening things up within the spiritual, so you're able to connect more on the higher dimensions. We have stuff that is coming up right now though with your finances and career. You're being guided to really heal your love life and your finances right now. This is financial issues maybe affecting your love life and even your twin flame situation. So I see a lot of people that mostly are bonded together through karmic partnerships, through money, status, not being able to do certain things for themselves, looking to their partner to fulfill these needs, either financially, emotionally, or even, spiritual matters as well too. So you're needing to get completely independent as well too, because if you're in a lack in some area, your twin flame will reflect that back very, very strong. Say you're worried about money all the time in your life, your twin flame is probably going to be really, really broke or having financial issues. And it's going to go like that for many different issues as well too. So if you're still in pain over a certain situation, they're probably going to be talking about something similar all of the time as well too. And this is important, that you're healing your sacral chakra and your finances, and that you're learning how to flow and better take care of yourself in these higher energies too. If you're stressed on any level, this blocks off our inner guidance and our intuition. If we really want to activate our psychic gifts, number one, we need to use them to be of service. Number two, we need to spend a lot of time with ourselves so that we can have time and space to tap into our intuition and abilities as well too. So you're probably needing to make sure that you're chilled out and in a peaceful vibe to be able to better connect and tap into your abilities as well too. Okay, so there's a lot of romantic feelings in this connection, but perhaps you were forgetting to have fun with this person. Perhaps it turned into a real serious vibe all of the time, or kind of monotonous, or and things like that. So there's a lot of romantic feelings, and this is how you'll know too with the connection, because you're going to be thinking of someone. Like if you're watching this reading and someone is popping into mind, this is very, very important as well too, because there's a strong connection here. You have a lot of romantic feelings towards this person. Heart-to-heart conversations are going to happen. This is needing to have some type of communication. So especially for those in no communication, we're going to have communication starting to happen, because we have a lot of Mercury energy coming at us over the next few days. This could be a little too much being said, but if you're like with this person, maybe you're saying a little too much, or having some heart-to-heart conversations, or letting things out that you've been holding in for the past few months. Or if you're not having any communication, this is communication opening up as well too. Everything I see now reminds you of you, especially if you're not with them a good amount of the time, or you're in a separation. You're probably going to be thinking about them and missing them. It's like you go into these different timelines and versions of reality, and when you're not with your twin flame, you think of them all the time. And it's almost like that when we came to Earth, and maybe you didn't know you had a twin flame, but you were looking for a partner, you were looking for a special someone. And that's why many people have had a few different partners, because you'll be like, oh, that wasn't the one, and you continue the search, right? And so especially in the separation, you're always missing them and thinking of them and seeing little things that remind you of them. I feel bad about how things went. I wish I could turn the clock back and do things differently. And a lot of you guys might feel that, especially in the separation energies, or if you're feeling bad about your side of things. But reminding yourself things have gone exactly as they should in every area of your life, especially with your twin flame as well too. And so this is important too. If there is a separation, the reason why is because, number one, accountability. And so maybe when you're with someone, it's easy to project or blame other people for the situation. So in the separation, you're left with those painful areas to heal yourself. There's no more excuses. You have to feel those feelings. And that's what separation is about, the energy being triggered on an energetic level. A lot of people go through a lot of emotional upheaval, triggers different emotions, and they're showing you different things as well too. They're going to trigger your attachment style and all of these buried traumas, wounds, and core wounds you didn't even know you had too. So a lot of times that is part of the process. From the moment I saw you, I knew you were the one, and this could be, you knew about the connection. Sometimes this person comes into your life in an important way or out of nowhere and you didn't see them coming, but you knew this was a special connection. A lot of time you guys are being made aware that this is your twin flame. Another hang up that I see happening across the collective, because these old wounds are coming up and the relationship wounds, a lot of you guys have a lot of karmic energies around, like karmic partners around in relationships that are unresolved. Like you might not be together, but you're still talking to them a lot, or they're in the background or want you and things like that. So this is attached people to you. This is one of the reasons that can cause separation in twin flames too, when you guys are having a lot of karmic energy. And I always say people of the opposite sex, your friends of the same sex, opposite sex, or people you've actually been romantic with that are kind of clinging to you, attached to you, or in the background as well too. Needing to clear the karmic attachments to open up union for some. You are my past and future. You've had many, many past lives with this person. This is why when you meet, you just instantly have a resonance or a knowing. It could be how they look. It could be the color of their eyes. Maybe, they were your perfect dream partner of what you were looking for. If you were maybe a little bit more attracted to a certain hair color or eye color or something about them. And there's just this magnetic pull and chemistry that you usually can't explain. But for those that have gone into separation, a lot of you guys have put this like out of mind and convinced yourself that this is not your person because of how things have happened, because the ego can easily do that. So this is your person. You're meant to be with them. We talked about twin flames are meant to heal and shift into union. And when you shift and heal yourself, this is where your twin flame comes back to you as well too, for those in separation. You need to heal how you're seeing things. A shift in perspective is needed. So twin flames can see all of each other's flaws a little too good. Like all of your twin flames, issues, problems. And oftentimes, I want to talk about patterns of avoidance, because this is what causes the runner, and this causes issues to come up too. This is fear. This is from past relationships. Maybe you were hurt in the past. Someone could have left you. It didn't work out good, and you've convinced yourself of this. So you've learned how to avoid deep connections. You're really used to the karmic shallow ones. Those are fine for you. But to go deep is a little bit unnerving. It causes you have to open up and be vulnerable. This is where the other person can see all of your flaws, your quirks, your shadow, things you don't want people to see. And oftentimes how they're seeing it is because it's come up in the connection. And when you see it yourself, it's too much for you and you run away or you pull back, or you're being left to deal with these aspects on both sides. Twin flames are meant to see all of that and to help each other in the healing process as well too. And so a lot of this could be coming up as well too, needing to deal with the areas where you haven't been loving yourself, shadow aspects, deeper wounds left behind by childhood, and even past relationships are coming up from this twin flame connection that have already been triggered. Okay, so it's important that you're cleansing your energy. I put up so many twin flame clearings. You guys should be doing tons of energy work anyway in these higher energies. I see a lot of people, oh my God, I can't even talk about it. A lot of people in these higher galactic energies that are just leaving planet Earth in bad health and not being able to handle the higher frequencies because they're in too low of a frequency to handle these ascension energies. There's an energetic change happening on planet Earth, so we need to continue to raise our vibrational frequency. It is a process. Now, I saw this yesterday because I work these gateways and portals. I'll be working all weekend, right? I work these high energies, and I saw a lot of people very emotional because if you're not doing a lot of energy clearing, you'll purge a lot more. So we go up a level, and it's all of the negativity rises up in your body, and usually it's a lot of intense feelings, negative emotions, and things going wrong or off in your life as well too. This is why it's very important that you're clearing your energy, and then if you're a twin flame, they're going to trigger a lot more for you to clear too. So it's like double clearing work. Like you already should be clearing your chakras all of the time, clearing your energy, healing things, but your twin flame is probably going to trigger things. Doesn't matter if you're in union or separate. I mean, not even with them separate, they're going to trigger twice as much. And you'll say, how? On an energetic level, you're connected. And in separation, it's going to trigger twice as much to get you into union. And when you're in union, you're going to continue to work through your issues and have a lot coming up too. So we have cleanse and protect and shield your energy right now. All right, all about doing the inner work so that you're feeling good and coming back to this space of inner peace, bliss, calm, and oneness as well too. You're being guided to move forward on your path. Are you stuck in a situation? We talked about karmic situations or remaining stuck when we didn't have to. And this is mindset, right? Because you have all of the tools and so much more to really revamp and make your life amazing right now. But sometimes our ego convinces us things won't work out. We must stay out of fear, right? We know something isn't good for us, but we're kind of comfortable there and we're afraid of what lies ahead. You're being guided to move forward on your path and to take that next step in your spiritual journey, whatever that looks like for you. Some of you guys are being guided to get on your mission or to do something with your life or to, make a physical move, whatever it is. Okay, so you're being guided to really connect with nature. Now, not yet, the vibes outside, but we're elemental beings, and this is how we connect with our heart chakra and the energies of the 4D as well too. Can't skip dimensions, right? We're gonna work through the 4D to get to the 5D. So connecting with nature is one of the best ways for us to, we'll say, exist within the 4D first off and to ascend into the 5D. Get outside. This will help you to ground your energy. It's also going to help you to integrate the energies, to clear negativity, and to connect with nature and kind of restore balance in your energy too. Okay, so we have for the Divine Feminine, this is 8 of Swords, and it's already an interesting card, but we have it in reverse, and this is you're in a mental prison. This is overthinking things and needing to move forward. Your fear and anxiety is keeping you stuck in certain situations and maybe blocking your love life, because if you have reoccurring fears, then things are going to come up. And I've gone so into these attachment theory wormholes and rabbit holes, and I'm thinking we might even have 2. One, how we exist or relate to the feminine, and then the masculine. So if you look at your connection with your mother, you'll have this one style of how you're going to relate to women. And so we'll just say that, my mother was, I probably was a very anxious attacher with her because she was an anxious attacher. So look to their attachment style. It's also been passed down the family line. They would have passed their quirks down to you, or their intergenerational trauma. So I get the anxious and then I get the avoidant from my father's side, right? And things like that. So when we look at fear and anxiety, we'll put the anxiety and the fear over here, right? Okay, so we get the fear and the anxiety, and then it's one and the same, because what is anxiety? It is unresolved fear and anger. Now, this will manifest into your relationship. Sometimes you might even have 2, or maybe you're a little more comfortable with the feminine or the masculine. You kind of figure out in your life with those energies. Like if you had a really abusive, mother, I know a lot of people that didn't have a good connection with the feminine, or were a little weird with women, right? And maybe you had a very abusive connection with your dad, and you had problems with men over the course of your lifetime, because these things manifest as well too into your relationship. So I also feel that inner child issues are very important in how we're going to connect later on in life, and sometimes we're needing to be at that level of awareness to heal these things. But this is like the play of both the fear and the anxiety that are affecting you in your love life, that have given you fear avoidant patterns. So you've learned how to avoid your emotions and true intimacy, and have only gone so deep in connections. Or anxiety, which could give you issues, as we know, like social anxiety and not connecting, and once again going avoidant and avoiding people and things like that. So anxiety and fear can manifest in different ways. They can manifest as attachment traumas and even difficulties dealing with people as well too. Being guided to heal these things. They go back to the root chakra. Yes, they go back to your family, and even further back from your parents, your ancestral line, because they probably picked up these different attachment styles from their parents and their parents, so on. You're being guided to heal these things so that you can heal any of the relationship issues that you have coming up. Once again, check out the energy healing on my website. It's going to help you a ton with healing these deeper issues. So we love to heal conscious blocks. These are things we're aware of. Actually, most of the blocks that you're going to encounter in your relationships and even in your twin flame union, they are unconscious and they are energetic patterns. This is why oftentimes you're also needing to delve into the energy healing work. We have death. I just talked about going through this. I call it a wormhole, 10-day wormhole, where you're going to go. We're in it now, day 1, right? Let's see where we're at after day 10. You're going to emerge different. That old version of you is dying. This is what happens through the winter anyway, and we're like in the final stages of it. We all know for the spring equinox, we're going to kind of come back into life. So we're going through deep transformation, but deep spiritual transformation energy as well too. A lot of changes are coming up. Old situations are coming up for healing and clearing. We talked about the karma being pushed to the surface. This is why if you guys are feeling very emotional, struggling with the situation, don't avoid or ignore it. Pay attention to it. So another form of avoidance is ignoring things, right? This is why sometimes your twin flame will, when they've gone avoidant, they're ignoring you. You'll feel it. You'll know it. And this is them, I know, right? But don't do that. We need to pay attention to these situations, especially if you're feeling emotional about and feel like something you need to heal. Really needing to heal something, but it's also about shedding and clearing old beliefs so that we can ascend into the new, or, you know, be reborn into new versions of ourselves. The Hierophant, and this is a spiritual card, but this can mean change, and this is ways that you need to change and evolve, and ways that you're set in your views. This also represents your masculine as your spiritual teacher kind of coming through as well too, because we talked about that, and you'll say, what? This person pushed all my buttons. They were meant to. And when people are getting triggered otherwise, just not even twin flame, I assume life is like a giant purge process. That's why the more clearing work you do, the more you're going to need all of these situations to have you doing it for you. So when you get really, really good at this, you'll start to clear your energy, and you'll have less of the negative stuff playing out outside of you. Chances are from this reading, your twin flame has probably really pushed your buttons and shown you those buttons or those triggers that you need to heal. Page of Cups. This is not talking. So for those of you guys that are in no contact, and this goes back to, once again, childhood issues coming up and even blocks in the connection. So some of you guys might be having not a lot of communication. I describe it like snail pace or no communication. Maybe this person has fallen off your timeline or fallen off grid. And we know this can happen with a lot of different connections, but knowing that your twin flame will come back if you've done that healing work. And if you're wondering, for those that are getting this message like, yeah, my twin flame is barely talking to me or not talking to me a lot, needing to heal and resolve some of these inner child issues. And we're not great cards for the Divine Feminine. Two of Cups reversed. So when we have this in the upright position, this is the beautiful union card, but this is imbalance, separation, breakups, and arguments, and not seeing eye to eye that may have played out in your connection as well too. So we have your love life is not really doing great right now, right? Needing to heal some of these areas. So if you've been a separation, breakup energy, I told someone to take a break now and heal your love life. If you're feeling that too, don't keep going and dating and getting the same results right there. You're noticing patterns, stories that have been looping and playing out in your love life. Very important that you're taking a pause if you've been in a separation or that kind of energy, especially with your twin flame, and make sure you're healing yourself. Energy healing. Make sure you're booking on my site. And let's do a reading for the Divine Masculine. I don't usually work on the weekend, but fire energies, I'll be working all weekend. Great energies, as I said, to be tapping into, to clear and shift things. Make sure you're using them. It's like we have this 10-day window to make things happen, and then things kind of reset and go back to normal until the spring equinox. So we have very high energies. We can be tapping into them for miracles, deeper shifts in alignment, and even shifting our timelines to where we want to be. All right, reading for the Divine Masculine. Let's see what is going on for them. All right, Divine Masculine. All right, we have a lot of negative beliefs that are blocking your relationship. This is your upbringing and your own spiritual path, and being too, have it rigid, because you come through in the Divine Feminine's reading. So we have this too of not being too stuck in your ways, that you've been stuck in certain patterns, programs, and most of them are karmic and not serving you, and needing to open up your mind to new beliefs. This is like if you want to do everything your way, and you're being inflexible with your twin flame, or you're not going with the flow of the universe in some type of way. Okay, we have this reconciliation energy for twin flames that is bound to happen. Doesn't matter how long it'll take within this life or other lifetimes, you will cross paths with the same souls. Everyone that you've learned with in this lifetime, you're very familiar with from past lives. This is why we go through that soul amnesia or forgetting as we cross through the veils. And that's why some of these karmic situations, you're meant to be wrapping them up for your ascension. You'll notice as you're clearing your karma, your ascension or your spiritual path opens up more. Sometimes karmics are not always lovers. They're actually our family members. Our family is the most karmic connections that we will have. Then we go to the karmic partners that you had in the past. Needing to clear these things and to cut cords with these situations will help you to reconcile or come into union with your twin flame. So this indicates someone from your past returning to your life. But remember that about the karmics, they will appear if you owe out more karma. Whatever we do always comes back to us again and again, and karmic partners act out that pain that we've caused others onto us. So really living in balance and cutting cords with these things. This is someone from the past coming back, but it also indicates you have some karmic stuff that it keeps coming back around. It can be the same people that you've been, I use the word rotating or revolving around your whole life, family members, exes that keep popping back up that you've never fully got rid of. This is forgiving and learning. This is healing your heart chakra. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Time to let go of the past. You've been bringing this into the current situation or storyline with your twin flame. So your twin flame is actually playing out narratives that are yours. And you'll say, what? The things that your twin flame is saying and doing, it's from old stuck energies where you've had things happen to you in your past you haven't fully resolved or dealt with. And it's making your twin flame, like affecting your twin flame where they're picking up on it and might not even be aware of it. So you know, you had a really bad breakup or something happened and your twin flame is, you know, acting out or saying out the same scenarios and things like that and hitting those painful areas because you have a lot of stuck and blocked energy there. So actually your energy in some type of way from the past hasn't been fully resolved. And this is going back to old karmic relationships that you've tried to bring into the twin flame situation. Is probably blown up in your face or come out in some type of way where you need to heal more. You need to let go more of your past karmic experiences and even karmic encounters that were what happened through past partners as well too. This is meant to be a twin flame union. You're supposed to actually, this is like union, marriage, the whole deal with this person. And a lot of you guys have no problem marrying the karmics, but when it comes to your twin flame, oh no, I don't want to do that again, right? I'm good with that. Oh, I don't really want to get married, but you guys have already done that with everyone else, whether it was getting married, having children, and doing these things with the karmics, when you're meant to be doing these things with your twin flame. In fact, some of you guys might not even have been married at all until your twin flame, or it might not come up, or had children yet because you're meant to be doing this stuff with this person. You're meant to be shifting into a union with this person, but there is some type of karmic, number one, patterns and even unresolved karma kind of going out. Declutter your karmic closet. A lot of you guys have a lot of, we'll say, female energy around you, exes, karmics that you're flirting with, hanging out with karmics. This is just other women in general. And you probably wouldn't like it if your feminine was doing that, right? I like behind the scenes. And this can throw off your twin flame union because you're being tested and the universe will probably say you're not ready. You lit a fire in me I can't explain. And this is also where a lot of painful energy was triggered too, because, you know, your divine feminine is meant to be very awakened. Twin flames are meant to be intuitive empath starseeds. And a lot of you guys, like for the masculine, you might, not everyone, because I do know some that have had a lot of partners, some haven't had a lot and haven't had all of that experience. Because on a deeper level, some of you guys might even be like shy and sensitive when you were younger and things like that, or, you know, had a good intuitive kind of guide with all of this stuff too. So when you met your twin flame, she's really lit a fire and creatively inspired you and inspired you more on your healing journey, but to level up your life, like whether they were a little bit more advanced spiritually or, you know, just kind of like you saw all of the areas that you weren't okay in, that you needed to level up your life to meet this person there, or needed to work on more flaws or your own healing as well too. So you've had this fire lit, and this is the Kundalini, right? This is the chakra opening Kundalini fire as well too. But as your chakras are opening and this Kundalini is igniting when you're around this person, so there might be a lot of strong sexual energy or just chemistry, and it's pushing things up from your chakra system. And this is old emotions, stuck energies, and things that you need to deal with. You need to heal how you're seeing things. A shift in perspective is needed. We had a similar card for the Divine Feminine. So you're needing to change your mindset as well too, and how you're seeing your situation. A lot of times we need to also have empathy and tap into the other person's situation of how we're affecting them, or how things are playing out, or see that higher view of the other person as well too. This person is worth waiting for as well too. Many of you guys might not even want someone else, especially in separation. You've come so close with this person because it's supposed to make it so you're not like dating and being with other people. I did talk about that though, where this is Divine Masculine might be waiting on this person, but I said if this person is not reciprocating your love, don't wait too long, right? So this is like waiting game. Maybe you're waiting on something to shift or divine timing. That isn't going to happen. Make sure you're making those shifts yourself. I'm clearing my karmic past and healing from past karmic relationships I've been through. Be patient. Some of the past relationships I was in have hurt me deeply and have left me wounded. And then this is why a lot of masculines, not to pick, have that kind of avoidance tendency or go runner tendency a lot more. And this is from unresolved things. And a lot of times women are more comfortable in the emotions, right? We're more emotional beings. We can sort out lots of complex emotions, and guys kind of run and hide from those kind of things. Just saying. And so this is unresolved pain has come to the surface from your past relationships as well too. Past relationship woundings, that's because people imprint us, and your karmic partners have left karmic imprints with you and within you. And the more partners that you have, the more karmic baggage to sort out. That just means you had more karma, the more partners, right? So you have to sort out some type of energetic baggage. These experiences have changed you. I came to earth to be with you. Your soul is urging you to wake up and to remember that as well too. Okay, so there's definitely, you go through a lot of testing and challenges with the twin flame journey. We have your mind driving you crazy for the masculine, needing to stay positive. And someone was telling me, I don't think this manifesting works. So whatever you're thinking about all day long, you're always manifesting, and it is happening. But sometimes we're just not consciously there. That's why it's important that we're putting out positive intentions and our manifestations along the way to help with the process. When we're just sitting there worried, our worries manifest and materialize. So it's important that you're getting a grip on your ego. This is the fear and like overthinking. Stay positive. This will help you. And then the more that you're meditating and doing the spiritual work, and usually a lot of twin flames fall into separation if one is doing a lot of spiritual work. Like one may have a more spiritual path as well too. Like I know I do very spiritual work, in my day-to-day. And if you have a partner that isn't, you're going to raise your frequency and they're not going to be able to keep up. And so sometimes that can happen where if one isn't doing the spiritual work and we have one meditating, doing healing sessions, this can happen where one can kind of fall off and we go into a separation energy so the other can catch up. And so Divine Masculine, being guided to catch up in some way, spend time with yourself and actually do the Reiki work. Do the meditations. It will help a lot. So this is also pay attention to the downloads that you're getting and the synchronicity. You're probably tapping into a lot of creative sexual energy too. And we'll say guys probably do tap into, or should be tapping into a lot more of that too. But sometimes, of course, old hurts can get in the way and block up our sexual energy, because relationships are big blockers if we haven't healed from them. But once you're healed, you'll probably have a high amount or a lot more sexual energy as well too. Make sure you're putting that into creative pursuits. Okay, so we have Ace of Swords reverse. This is blocks coming up, and this is once again in the head. This is inability to concentrate. Did some type of argument happen and maybe you're not seeing things clearly? Maybe you got too emotional, and sometimes this is the push-pull effect, and it is energetically, but sometimes you guys are also wanting this person but pushing them away, because that's what this card kind of indicates too. Maybe you've been pushing this person away or are blocked in some way in your heart or in your love life. And we have the masculine finally getting on that boat. This is leaving behind drama, moving on from hard times and overcoming hardships, releasing baggage, and a period of healing. And sometimes, when you stay in the karma, it is hardship and it is baggage, and when you come into a 5D union, it's supposed to lift up your frequency a lot more because you need the feminine and masculine aspects. So a lot of you guys are really comfortable by yourselves. Like you could be, this is a masculine reading, so a masculine really comfortable by yourself all the time. But if you don't have a feminine in balance with you and your divine feminine, the karmics don't work if we didn't figure out. If you don't have your divine feminine with you in union and balance, you're missing half the puzzle and half the energies that you need as well too. And you're going to be stuck and limited more as well too. So this is why a lot of you guys had a really hard time until you met your twin flame. And in fact, you might have gone through a lot of tower moments and upheaval to get your attention for this person arriving into your life as well too. This is masculine going into a period of healing. 3 of Cups. This is success and abundance. This is, once again, I love it. It's the wedding card as well, too. So you've got 3 of those in your reading, Divine Masculine. This is important, too, because you're meant to be coming into union as well, too. And then this can represent if there is some type of marriage contract as well, too. The Moon, everything is not as it seems. This is the mysteries and things coming to the surface. This is also shadow work and your fear and anxiety coming up, triggers, worries, a lot of heavy emotions. You might feel depressed, anxious, or even worried right now or stressed. Pay attention to your dreams though, you're going to get the real deal. So maybe in this dimension, you're feeling a lot of, stress coming up and depressed and not blah and don't feel like doing much. But in the dreams, you're getting a different view, or maybe you're with your twin flame or trying to reach out. And in this dimension, you're like, but in the dream, something is happening and you're having dreams like that to guide you, or you're thinking of this person too. So we have 2-dimensional levels that are happening in this message. And the moon is what is underneath. So we have the conscious, this dimension, and the subconscious, the dreams. And the subconscious runs the show. It's trying to get your attention through the signs, messages, and dreams. But sometimes our conscious mind can be blocking things because the conscious is the ego as well too. So we have pushing past and clearing any fear so that you can tap into more on your spiritual path and spiritual state as well too, because the moon is a powerful, we'll say feminine energy as well too, for manifestation, abundance, and also showing us deeper truths about yourself. So your twin flame has kind of unraveled other aspects of yourself you may not have realized that you had. Some of them are beautiful in how they see you in your highest, and some of them are kind of ugly shadow aspects that need to be dealt with as well too. So we have a lot of stuff coming to the surface because the moon is the unconscious, where things are being triggered, the baggage. And this could be also, I don't want to go too into it because I'm wrapping the reading up, but fear and anxiety from your own inner child stuff about this connection. This is fear where you didn't do like you didn't fully come into union yet because you had the chance and you messed it up in some way, or you've been sabotaging it or pushing it away, or anxiety around the situation, especially if you're in separation. There might be anxiety coming up as well too around this situation for you. That's it anyways. I'm gonna go, but have a beautiful day. Make sure you guys are booking healings on my website. I'm around for energy healings, and of course check out my twin flame reading, and my twin flame coaching will help you a ton with your specific situation. Have a beautiful day.